What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of First Look. This is a very special episode as I am taking a first look at a game that many of you probably have never seen before, and that is Microsoft Flight Simulator, or Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator for the Dreamcast. Now, this is a game that was released for PCs in 1998, but a Dreamcast version was never even heard of before this. So a guy named Psycho originally on the assembler forums had found this on a Dreamcast dev kit, and that was 5 years ago, and it took him until now to actually do anything with it. He reposted his information that he had on the game and the files and things. Well, he didn't post the files right away, but he posted the fact that he had these files on the Obscure Gamers forum probably about, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, man, but it's SiZiOUS or something like that. He actually put these files together and made a working game out of them, and here we are. He just released them today, so you can actually go and download them. I'll put a link to it in the video description, but this is pretty awesome. This is quite possibly the first Microsoft developed game for a console, because this was way over a year before the Xbox was released, so I don't know of any games that Microsoft developed for a console before this. So this is pretty historic. So it's gonna be cool to see, especially, I'm not sure how complete this is. It looks pretty complete. There's a full menu here. The one thing that is unfortunately missing is multiplayer, which is in the PC version. It had local and online multiplayer as well. So that's kind of a disappointment it's not here. But everything else seems to be here. Campaigns, training, challenge missions, single missions, quick combat, and all that. So actually, I'm going to go into settings real quick, see what's in here. Just a sound test. Okay, nothing much in there. So I don't think the settings menu is quite complete. But anyway, let's just jump into quick combat. And we'll get right in the air, start flying around. What's kind of interesting about this is apparently it was ported by Konami, which is very interesting. I don't know why Microsoft would have a third party port this game for them, but I thought that was kind of interesting. And apparently the game is not a straight port. It was, I think it said 85% new code, which is interesting as well. So it was developed specifically for the Dreamcast. It is a Windows CE game, or CE based game, as you might expect for a Microsoft game. But anyway, let's see, what can we do here? Change player aircraft. Okay, quite a few different options here. Okay, cool. Thunderbolt, Mustang, Messerschmitt, another Messerschmitt, FW190A, Hawker, Hurricane. Let's go with the Hurricane, that sounds pretty good. You can change your gun. Just a bunch of numbers. Oh, gun ammo. Okay. So this is kind of more of a debug thing, because I don't think you'd be able to change the amount of ammo. The really, really specific amount of ammo that you have in the full game. But we have cannon ammo, -1 for some reason. Rockets, bombs, fuel, okay. That's all fine. Just gonna leave everything there. So, let's see, enemies and friends. So we have 5 enemies, 0 friends. That's fine. I don't need any friends, I'm good. Time and weather. Time, dawn, day, dusk, dawn. Dusk would be kind of cool. Let's try that. Clouds, haze, light clouds, heavy clouds, haze. I would like no clouds, but light clouds is good. Wind, none, that's fine. Effects, blizzard. I don't think I want a blizzard, but actually it's not letting me change that for some reason. But that's fine, whatever. Let's get going here. Start location, airfield, Vans. Not sure where that is. Warmwell, Manson, St. Malo, Rennes, Cherbourg, Middle Wallop, Woolston, near Southampton. Is that in England? Yeah, should be in England. Let's go to England. Let's do it. Fly now. Alright. Whoa, I am under the ground. So you can actually fly through the ground. Okay. That's a sign of incompleteness right there. So yeah, as I said, I don't know how complete this game is. No one has actually mentioned, even SiZiOUS and Psycho, they didn't mention how complete they think the game is, and I think it just froze on me. Well, that's a problem. Okay, well, anyway, I guess we're gonna have to restart this. Okay, so we're back into it. I restarted the game, and we should hopefully be good now. I'm gonna try something else instead of quick combat. We'll just go into the campaign missions. That way most of the settings are already set for me, and hopefully they actually work, because maybe some of the settings that I changed don't work. So I'm just gonna do some of the default in the campaign. So, Battle of Britain, Rookie. Okay, that's fine. Ace, fine. Okay, I'm just gonna leave everything at default. Hopefully that'll be a bit more stable, maybe? We'll see. Briefing, medals, okay, that's fine. Whatever, just go right to the briefing here. A German Dornier 17 reconnaissance plane has landed on the Isle of Guernsey, and Germany is now claiming the English Channel Islands as its own. Fly to destroy the island and destroy any German aircraft you find. Your duty, destroy the DO-17. Okay. Sounds simple enough. Let's get right into it. Hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't freeze on me. Okay, there is a cutscene. That's cool. I'm probably not going to leave the cutscene running, but there it is. It's running. So, I mean, the fact that they included cutscenes means that it's at least fairly complete anyway. This build is from September of 2000, so it's actually a pretty late build. So I'm wondering if they just didn't have time to finish it for whatever reason. This was apparently supposed to be an early release on the Dreamcast, I believe. So, I don't know what delayed them, but... Alright, so here we are back in the game. At least this time we're starting above the ground. So that's something. I don't know what that text on the screen is. Current milky nuts equals 1. Current nuclear eggs equals 0. A bunch of debug information, I assume. Oh, I was holding the right trigger to what I thought was accelerate, but that's actually kind of... I wouldn't call it strafe. I don't know, kind of. But you kind of steer right if you hold the right trigger, steer left with the left trigger. So I don't know a whole lot about planes, so I don't know what any of these instruments mean, but they are moving. My heading indicator, I think, is in the middle there. And one of those should be elevation. Yeah, I don't know. They're kind of spinning all over the place. I don't know where the enemies are. Is there a map of some sort? Okay, the game has frozen on me again. Might try this with a disc, because I'm running this off of Dreamshell on a hard drive, and I don't know how well it's going to run off of that. It has frozen on me twice, but I don't know if that's because this is a beta, or what. There's also multiple builds of this as well, so this is the latest build, which I assumed would be the most stable, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to try a couple different things and see if I can get this running. Alright, so we're back into the game here. I forgot there's no actual CDI for this, so I can't actually burn a disc. So I'm stuck with playing this off of the hard drive with Dreamshell. So hopefully it'll work. I don't know if it's Dreamshell that's causing the crashing, or if it's just this game is not complete or stable. But I guess we'll find out. Well, we're not going to find out, because if it freezes on me again, then okay. I still don't know what causes it. But anyway, hopefully it's stable now. I chose a single mission this time, where I'm supposed to shoot some ships. I don't see any water, though, so that might be an issue. I don't know where the water is. I don't think there's any way to view a map, so I don't know where I'm going, unfortunately. Let me try out some of the different buttons here and see what they do. I know the A button shoots, which is... the bullets are kind of weird. It seems they kind of curve to the right and then back to the left. Magic curving bullets, so that's cool. Let's see, X and B button do nothing. The Y button... oh, okay. That goes to the menu, okay. You'd think the start button would do that, but apparently not. Okay. What does your footage do? I don't know what that does. Nothing, apparently. Okay. So I don't know if maybe the game's supposed to have some sort of replay system, so you can look at your replays there, but that's apparently not implemented. the game seems really barren so far. I have not seen any enemy aircraft. And I'm starting to wonder if they actually programmed that in. Let's see, enemy level. So you can set the enemy level. I can set them to veteran. Mission. Okay. Ship of opportunity, ships of opportunity, that's what I was doing. But I couldn't find any water. Alright, let's try it again. Very strange. Well, I mean, nothing's really gonna be too strange. Oh, there's water this time. See, for some reason there was no water last time. Yeah, this game is, I think pretty far from complete, from what I've seen so far. I mean, I have not played the PC version of this, so I don't know what it's like, but I assume there's supposed to be more to it than this. Because I've played 3 different modes so far, and I have not seen a single enemy, a single ally, anything. Nothing to shoot, nothing to interact with. I've just been flying around a map. And yeah, there's just nothing here. So, unfortunately, it seems like the game is very early, even though it's a build from September of 2000. They just didn't seem to have made much progress on it, which is unfortunate. And I really had my hopes up because the menu's there. Well, I mean, I guess that's not really saying a whole lot. It doesn't take much to put in a menu, but there's a whole lot of options on the menu, different modes, things like that. But yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing much comprising these modes. Can I go under the water? Yeah, I can. I'm a submarine. Look at me, Mom. But yeah, I don't see any ships. I don't see any enemy planes. Nothing. Ooh, what's that? I think I saw something. I think I saw something in the air there. Looked like the Red Baron. And the game froze. Okay, let me restart this. Alright, we are back in the game for the 3rd or 4th time, I forget now. But yeah, this game does not seem very stable, this build of the game anyway. I did try the earlier build just to see if that was any better, but I couldn't even get into the game with that. It would freeze when I started a mission, or tried to start a mission. At least in single mission anyway, which is I think what I tried. So I went back to the latest build, which I assume is going to be the most stable. But anyway, challenge mode is interesting. I looked in here, and this definitely does not seem to have been implemented yet. As you can see, it's just a bunch of infill here, and you can't actually do anything. So the first mission, take off a hoser. A hoser, we got a lot to do. Don't forget to grab the pizza, chips, and beer, okay? Yes, I know we are missing a food group, but not to worry, there will be donuts at the party. I mean, it sounds like a great challenge mission, but unfortunately we can't play it, and all the briefings on the rest of them just say something. So that obviously has not been implemented. As with a lot of things in this build, apparently. Training missions, I don't know if those work. We can try that. Mission, takeoff. I want to do something a little bit more in-depth than just takeoff. Basic acrobatics, break evasion, gunnery training. I'd like to try the gunnery training. Maybe there'll be some enemies? I don't know. Yeah, let's try it. Fly now. Oh, and we are under the ground again. Yeah. There's not much happening here. I can shoot, but yeah, there's not a whole lot happening. I don't see anything to shoot. So yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be much you can actually do in this game. Which I'm kind of bummed about. I was really looking forward to at least a semi-complete game, but as it stands, it seems to be a very early, rough build. Just, they ported it to the Dreamcast really quickly and didn't do a whole lot. Again, the guy that programmed this from Konami said this was mostly written from scratch, so, which makes sense, because if it was a port, most of the content should be in here. Maybe not quite stable or running correctly. I do gotta give him the credit for actually making it run well, because it does run well. Of course, there's not a whole lot going on, so there's nothing to run down the frame rate, I suppose. But yeah, it does make sense that it was written from scratch, so that's why most of the stuff is not in the game. It's running well, except for the freezes, of course, but there's nothing here. There are no enemy AI, which, yeah, which means this is a fun thing to just play around with for a few minutes, and that's about it, unfortunately. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to show this off because it's always cool to get a new unreleased Dreamcast game released. And the fact that this was even a thing is pretty amazing. Like I said, this may be the first Microsoft game on a console ever, because this was before the Xbox was released, and I don't believe Microsoft ever dipped their feet into console development before this. So this might have been the first game they ever did, even though they didn't really do it. They had Konami do it, which again, I don't know why. Why wouldn't they just do it in-house themselves? Don't really know, but still cool to see. And again, a big thanks to Psycho, who found this on a dev kit and released the files, and of course SiZiOUS for making this into a playable GDI. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.